Hails and welcome to Rauta's post gym game stream. Game stream straight after the gym. And that means a little bit whiskey in the glass and then enjoying the game a little bit. And there is no exact plan what's happening today in the game. We shall see how it goes. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of addicted to the game lately. Meaning, I kind of want to finish the story because I've been putting so many hours into the game. And obviously it's due time for me to get it finished at some point.
Hails Rauta.
Hello, Chaos Code. How are you doing, man?
Going well. Just got off work.
Off work, alright. I was just off the gym, really. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I'm merely asking because, you know, time zone differences and all.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, okay. I figured out you might be American. Because if you just got out of work, that would have, in my mind, putting you somewhere like, you know, United States, Canada, Central or South America. Anyway, somewhere in the Americas. So it's always good to know. Besides, I'm an honest person, and when I say I'm really curious where Rauta's audience is from, I really mean it. Because for me, learning a little bit about you people as well is interesting for a couple of reasons. Yeah. It's late here. It's something like, let me see, almost 11 o'clock.
What's up?
HP Dixon also getting off work. Dixon is also from United States, if I'm not mistaken, or Canada. Am I correct? So when I was saying like that Northeast US, all right. So like I said, for me, knowing a little bit of the Rauta's followers is interesting to me because, you know, first of all, I'm a curious person by nature. That's actually one of the reasons why I keep doing interviews and reviews. And secondly, you know, of course, I'm making Rauta's content for other people, not myself. So knowing a little bit like what you people like, where you're from, you know, things like that. So it is fascinating for me. And this was a very weird improvised escape. Which I didn't plan, to be honest. All right, too many attackers at once. And of course they rang the goddamn alarm because I was getting sloppy in the game. Sounds like I fucked up this time. The whole thing here. It won't change much in the end. Means that clearing out this castle will be just more time consuming. Because now everybody's here, and that makes this whole thing very, very messy. And of course now the Guardians are here, so this will definitely take more time.
Before that genre and soccer then run to be open for the how knows what
Oh shit, now this is getting really, really messy for me. Not enjoying this one bit. I think it's a little bit whiskey time for me since I'm just waiting for the Guardians to piss off. Hello Freedom Frog, welcome to Jerry's boring Assassin's Creed Shadows stream. Boring because it's always the same, and secondly, I'm just trying to clear out one of these hideouts. It's not gonna be very exciting in that sense.
Good music choices, they're killers. Top of the line.
For me, I've been trying to make my top 10 list for 2025, and I do have candidates already, which I'm happy because this year hasn't been too good in my opinion. But I'll tell you this much, nothing is certain yet. I'm still waiting for some of the last minute, meaning last few days, kind of a to arrive and all, so who knows how much things might still change within last few days. guy didn't see coming. Goddamn guardians.
Top 10 list this year. I'd have to put the new Black Braid album in it personally. It seems like he's becoming comfortable with his soon.
I'll be honest, I haven't heard a single Black Braid album thus far. Never appealed to me. Very interesting, especially after the fiasco with the what happened with the band was, you know, doing shit in that Midgard Flood festival. So I don't even know if the music is good or not, but it just started feeling so goddamn stupid after the silly stunt they pulled off at, you know, Midgard's plot. I'm trying to kill this one last dice hoe, then fuck off here, since I'm already wanted.
What do you think about rap music?
Personally never cared about RAC. But then again, I'm not really big on, you know, rock music in general, so all this kind of a rock against communism kind of stuff, I mean, isn't my kind of thing. I'll be honest, if I'm interested in rock music, it's most likely going to be something very mainstream, like, you know, AOR or something like Pink Floyd.
It's terrible.
And sometimes this kind of a rock like, you know, Turbo Negro, which I find very good. But most rock music just isn't my kind of thing, really. And RAC's problem is, you know, mostly it feels like kind of a very sloppy. It's almost like driven too much by ideology rather than, you know, hey, let's make some good music. And that's one of the reasons.
Because I just don't care.
Yeah, for me, the ideology doesn't mean shit. So why would I bother with some sloppy, you know, rock music? So if I want some good rock and roll, there are really good bands. Well, there are like good some Viking rock bands. Alright, I need to go back to back to the main castle in order to get my treasure chest.
Political stuff is the same as religion. I'm not big on anyone who identifies as a certain group.
Yeah, I'm with you, Freedom Frog. And besides, even though I consider myself very resentful, even hateful towards religion, you know, just because some band might be anti-religious doesn't mean it's gonna be good musically. So there's so many reasons why I don't choose bands based on ideology. I mean, I can decide not to listen to certain bands because, you know, they might have what I would say annoying opinions or,
Jerry, have
you
you
know,
tried VR
whatever.
games?
Ibrahim, your question. Yes, I have tried many VR games, and I am, in a way, a true believer when it comes to VR games. I, first and foremost, think it's very much the kind of a stuff that, you know, experiencing or seeing is believing, because a lot of that VR hype, I mean, it's very easy not to understand it when one hasn't, you know, fuck, that dude kind of just. Sorry, combat. So what I was trying to say is, I mean, I get it why some people don't understand what's so special about VR games. But once you kind of try some good VR games, yeah, you will understand what's so special about it. I mean, even some sloppy VR games are fun because they are VR. So a lot of those games you wouldn't probably,
I
you know,
think it has
play.
potential. VR could create some awesome horror games eventually. Nice, I see your point and agree it totally. H3 VR my favorite game of all time.
Yeah. But indeed, it's hard to understand why those games would be interesting if one hasn't tried them. But I don't have a like a VR set for my PC at the moment, so there's that. I only have
Do you know Goatlord?
PS4 VR glasses, and I haven't been playing with my PS4 for a long, long time. And if you mean do I know Goat Lord the band? Yeah, but I don't even remember how they sounded like. I know, I just remember they are very cult act. I have no recollection whatsoever how the music was. I know, for example, that, you know, for example, Mikko Aspa of Clandestine Blaze is a big fan of you know, Gold Lord. Give me a second. I mean, I know, you know, it's one of those bands I should kind of revisit and all, but what can I say? Always so many albums to listen to, and so little time, especially when I have created these many Rauta projects for myself.
Killers, I need to listen Goatlord again. I honestly don't remember the music either.
Yeah, it's the same for me. But like currently, I've been going a lot through the Finnish black metal for the 90s black metal because of the Finnish black metal series I've been making. I've already prepared the next episode actually today, so I just now need to.
Bit slow and similar to Barathrum according to Metal Archives.
So I just need to kind of film the next episode. So because I'm always making these
progressive bands like Rush, King Crimson, Yes, etc., and even Alan Parsons early stuff.
Irame, I'm not gonna lie, I never listened to Alan Parsons stuff, so I can't really comment. King Crimson, I've only heard some selected albums, so can't say I know it through and through. Progressive music, progressive rock especially, is something that sometimes it clicks with me, but I wouldn't call myself, a fan, because it's more like kind of a hit and miss stuff for me. It was a few years ago, maybe some 3 years ago. I remember, mowing the lawn or whatever, and I was actually listening to King Crimson. I think it was the debut album, and I remember like, yeah, this is actually pretty okay, but I know that when there are like lots of those albums which are just quite okay, it's really really hard to get back to those albums because you're kind of always too busy with something else. God, I need that goddamn chest. But yeah, I mean, like the thing is, I'm always chasing for some new stuff. Hey, this is great.
Yeah, and those albums are the ones you need to listen few times to have a proper opinion, and this is just my opinion, D.
Yes, Iram, I totally agree. You can only do the what I'm saying here. Oh, hold on, I got to just do this quickly. You can only do first impression, once. So if an album fails to do that, then you are not likely to go back, unless you have a special project like what I'm really having here with Rauta stuff. And that's one of the main problems, because like I said, I always have another thing going.
I see your point.
Yeah, so for example, now that I've been doing this Finnish black metal series, there are lots of bands I wouldn't even listen to unless it was because I'm doing an episode. For me, it has been kind of a double-edged sword. Like, I can give you a little bit of a kind of a heads up what I mean. Like, next episode will feature Uhrilehto as one of the bands, and it's probably the worst Finnish black metal band ever recorded an album or more. I kid you not. I remembered it was very, very bad. And now that I've been listening to all their 4 albums, I mean, it was probably worse on average than what I would remember it to be.
Is the best demo I heard.
So for me, going through those Uhrilehto albums, it's like, fuck, this is horrible. Why am I even doing this? But I know why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want to make those episodes so that I have fresh recollections of the albums, and even listening to some albums for the first time, what I never did. Like I never before went through all the Uri Lehto albums. I just remember it was one of the, excuse me, I'm gonna cough. It's one of the worst albums I ever reviewed, the third one. It's so bad. You know, it has a horrible drum machine, the keyboards are off, the songwriting is really bad. So I was more like, what the fuck I'm listening to this? I mean, like, it's I'm suffering, you know? But like I said, I am doing it because I need to have fresh recollections for the video. So when I'm talking about the bands, I cannot, just lean on whatever I had said about something like 10, 20 years ago. So obviously I revisited the albums and man, it was so bad. And I'm thinking at the same time, yeah, I could spend my time more wisely listening to some good stuff rather than shitty stuff. But then again, like I said, it's a double-edged sword, and by that I mean there are also some good bands, good albums I didn't even remember, or that they are
When it comes to prog music, I mostly
new albums
listen
that
to
I
Rauta.
never heard.
I own the entire discography. I have to admit the first 6 albums are really the ones I. Freedom, what do you think about Vital Remains DM Band?
And Jay Killers was asking me something, whatever it was. I was supposed to answer it, but I kind of forgot.
Haven't heard that band, and yes, of course, your explanation makes a lots of sense.
Yeah, so
Not bad killers.
but like this Utgard, it was actually better than what I remembered it to be.
I just said that Thyrain Black Harmony.
Oh
is the
yeah,
best
Jay
one
Killers.
I've heard.
Thank you. Yes, Tyrane's Black Harmony is one of the best black metal demos ever. I recently reviewed it because it came to me on vinyl for the first time. I don't know if you saw the review, but I was praising it exactly for the reason. The songwriting, the production, everything that on that demo is so good. I mean, it sounds so much better than most black metal albums of the time, and that this was late 90s. But here is the thing. I can also say our first demo with Nightside is roughly on the same level in terms of songwriting. And curious enough, it was actually recorded at the same studio. Same what for example the same Tico Tico studio, for example, what Impale Nazarene used already back in their early careers, and that affected
Are
not
you
only
reading a
us
lot
but
about the
also
Killers' tour to
Terrain.
Sottenau? And did you already visit that new Fiasco venue?
Uh, Irem, I'm part of the Fusio
Apparently
volunteer
Columbia was
group,
released
so
as
I
the
know a
venue
lot of
this year.
a
I
lot
was
of
very impressed.
inside information, background information about Fusio, but I haven't been there since they renovated it because they opened the doors to this new Fusio just like maybe 10 days ago. It wasn't last weekend, but the weekend before that, I think. So I haven't been there because there hasn't so far been interesting gigs for me, but I've been getting a lot of that volunteer information about it. So yeah, I know what kind of stuff they have been working on. So I'm definitely very excited to see how it is at Turku Saatanalle.
My friend that I met like a year ago through CS2 Lives in Turku.
Oh, that's nice, regulars. So Irem, are you from
Yes, I remember it's been only like 10 days, but I think they have some kind of movie theater even in there. The old place Utopia and Klubi, etc.
Yeah, they're supposed to have small movie theaters. So you're from Turku area, right? Are you on Rauta's Discord server by any means?
Yeah, from Rusko/Vato.
Okay, so you're local. I used to actually live in Vahto for like a year, but that was like 30 years ago. And one of my really good friends is from Rusko. I'm
Really
sorry that.
grinning face, didn't know that.
Yeah, Aaro, who is part of actually Metalli Helvetti and works at Fusio as one of the volunteers. He's from Rusko, a really good friend of mine. Often at events like Turku Saatanalle doing something like, uh, could be like selling merchandise or buy the ticket booth or something like that. He has this band called Flag, and he's a very good friend of mine. And yeah,
What is the
he's
richest part of the city in Turku and what is your favorite part of the city talking about Turku?
richest part of the city. I'm not sure. Some of the richest parts is actually where I live. These island areas, because these have really expensive um, places like Mikko Koivu, the NHL player. Like he has his huge multi-million summer cabin on the very same island, just on the other side. So now I know that in that sense, this is actually one of the more expensive ones.
Jerry has a pit of money that he rolls around in every morning.
Yeah, Freedom Frog. Now that is
My
true.
friend
Rauta is
Gustavine and Kemi
making
Osaki.
millions of dollars every year. I'm just, burning
I have lived
cash
here
to
only
warm up.
like 6 years, but I like it a lot. Countryside peace. And yeah, Flag is nice. Saw them at Turku Satunal, I think cool.
Yeah, Iram, I Flag played, was it last year? Their first show ever at Turku Saatanalle. But yeah, Rusko is nice countryside area, and I think like one of my old friends actually moved there. I think she found a husband or something and moved to Rusko countryside or whatever.
Hyvinky is the best true Hyvinky patriot.
I'm sorry that you have to be checking out my boring parts in the game because I'm now upgrading a little bit of this stuff. Alright, I think we're done here.
気をつけてな。
Mandatory gear upgrade stuff, so.
Is anyone here a Tom Waits fan?
What the hell I'm doing here? Okay, I was messing around a little bit.
HPK is playing so bad that I'm thinking to switch to Sapa.
J Killers is always giving us some sports upgrades. But yeah, niin Turku saatanalle.
BF6 that much, as I saw some parts of your BF6 streams. How about the older battlefields? Did you play BF2 for an example?
I didn't play BF2, but I really liked Battlefield 4. I tried Battlefield 1, you know, when it came out, but, you know, for some reason, it didn't really click with me. I mean, the feeling wasn't there. It didn't feel like, hey, this is World War 1. So I was disappointed in Battlefield 1. Then I skipped Battlefield 5 or whatever it was called. Didn't really seem like this is, you know, my cup of tea, really. But this new Battlefield, this Battlefield 6 felt like it's too hyperactive. And I don't know, really didn't resonate with me. And,
Sapa is the team that Black Goat from Goat Moon supports, so it's Trev.
So I was thinking, like, would I like Battlefield 6? I gave it a try a few days, and then I was thinking, like, is this really the stuff, you know, I will be, you know, playing? But then I felt like, nah. So I uninstalled Battlefield 6. I was actually sleeping on it for a day because I didn't want to do anything too hasty. I mean, it's not my game, so it was borrowed from the library, and I figured out if I will like it eventually enough, I will buy it. But yeah, I was like, man, it isn't just good enough for me. So I decided to uninstall it and get back to Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I'm thinking now, because what I really liked with Battlefield was...
I have to give some sports news to the streams.
Yeah, Jagulars, I don't mind. It's just I'm just teasing you. So now that I have the PlayStation Plus activated, I decided, like, hey, I should finally give that Helldivers 2 a go, since I've had it for over a year. But I haven't really had the time to play it, or more like I probably would have had the time, but I felt like that, you know, hold on, I'm just checking out this one. Gonna quick quick travel to this place once I find it. Alright, we have a Nikakurega right there, and we have this.
Black Goat is into hockey, did you know?
I'm not surprised if he's into hockey. I mean, after all, he's
Yeah,
a
I
Finnish
shared
guy.
your thoughts. I tried the free BF6 beta and didn't like it. But BF3 I played a lot, and earlier BF 1942 which came out like in.
Okay, Irem, it makes sense. Yeah, BF6 was just too hyperactive and felt like that, you know, none of the deaths really mattered. You know, why bother doing revive? Because, you know, people are always kind of like coming back anyway so quickly. And the game modes were a little bit too different. I mean, BF4 felt more, I don't know, tactical, I guess. So, yeah, this one didn't have the magic. I mean, of course, I like the graphics, the sound design, and all that stuff, but to be honest, I wasn't enjoying the game enough. So,
And his team is safe and not surplus because he is from Rauta.
so that's the problem, really. And yeah, when Black Goat mentioned that, did I know about, you know, Black Goat being into ice hockey? Well, like I said, in case people don't know, for us, ice hockey is much like, you know, baseball or American football to Americans. So it's almost like you know, holy fucking topic, you know. So ice hockey is like a national sport in a sense. But, you know, I never started caring about ice hockey.
BF games more if it was less unorganized and there was more emphasis on a clear mission and survival.
Yes, Freedom Frog. Exactly. That's the problem with the with, you know, the current Battlefield. It's just too much like headless running towards whatever goals there might be, and it's more chaotic. It's not organized. It's not, you know, it doesn't feel like, hey, this is military thing going on. It's just like, let's run after, you know, quick kills and all, and you know, that makes it makes the whole game a little bit boring, to be honest. Because I would enjoy it if it was a little bit more, say, tactical.
Are you going to check out Kringa, Death Worship and Fights in versus Smiling Face with Sunglasses? And your opinions on those bands?
Yeah, I am going to that very gig, and I hope to.
There is fist fights in the ice and Finland is good in it.
Fuck these guys.
Do you enjoy the album Hammer Joe Type Viking? One of my favorite.
I can't say that I've heard that album. Okay, this. Went south. Big time south.
Black metal, very Germanic sounding, like exerting. The vocals are very brutal. Quite a lot of tension with that enemy XD. I will listen to thanks for recommendation.
The thing is, some German black metal works very nice, but for example, Absurd has always almost been like, you know, too happy sounding music or whatever. I mean,
火薬が使えるかもしれんな。
Enjoy.
お前のせいだぞ。お前のせいで弾け飛んだわ。
last sips of the whiskey today. I also noticed it's my time to hit the sack pretty much now, so I'll finish this place and then go to bed. It sometimes bores me the shit out of me that, you know, these late night sessions are so short and sweet for me. Because I start so late. Because I can't usually start gaming earlier. Like for example, today I was just coming home from the gym.
Yeah,
So I couldn't have.
more happy sounding because they originate from RAC, and they have more triumphant grit than for example bands like Sargius.
Yeah, I heard the thing is, maybe the word you used, triumphant, maybe that's the problem. Because I want my black metal to sound evil, or sinister, dark,
気絶させられていました。
もう一人の
well, depressive can work too, violent.
And go take my report card on Friday.
But I don't want my black metal to sound happy, or triumphant, or, you know, a lot of those things you mentioned. So if black metal is like not dark, evil, sinister, violent, and all that stuff, then it's most likely not my cup of tea. Then I'm probably heading for, you know, other direction in the first place. And that's, in my opinion, where a lot of black metal bands fail, because in my opinion, black metal shouldn't be, you know,
Outwardly in black metal.
it shouldn't be about happy times, happy tunes, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's a kind of a big turn off if a
On
band.
the drive up, one of the CDs we listened to was Blood and War. She likes it.
Oh, Freedom Frog, nice to hear. Shattered
Happy
Coasts.
Days DSBM.
Yeah, happy. I mean, that's exactly Happy Days DSPM. Fuck that shit. Okay, Shattered Coast northern tip. And I was thinking this must be the northern tip. Nope. How about here? Nope. What the fuck is Narius? So here it is. Okay, let's make this one more enemy and take that down, and then I'm off
Dinner.
off to bed.
Have a nice
All right, Freedom
afternoon
Frog.
and nice
Catch you
evening.
later. Was nice
Bye.
once again to have you here.
I get what you are saying, but some bands mix it well. I think Goat Moon has some tracks that are very triumphant but still aggressive and evil.
Yeah, some bands can do it. I'm not saying that, but for example, I never got myself into Goat Moon, and the stuff that I have been listening to never been, very inspiring to me. I'm not saying they don't have, what it takes, but so far, I can't say I have become, a fan. So if I say want to enjoy a little bit more epic music, maybe triumphant and all that stuff, then I probably just go all together for different kind of music. Like for example, why wouldn't I just enjoy some Bathory instead? Or if I want to go really triumphant, maybe I will just listen to Manowar. Now I'm lost in the woods.
Yeah, Manowar is mice.
Manowar is mice. Well, I guess you could say mice. I know what you meant, nice. I was
人
just
目を避けねば
I was just taking the piss on you. Not on you, piss at you. Okay, another fucking lair. I don't want to go through each and every individual cards here because it's so time consuming, so I try to save time, and it probably will backfire if I do that. So why not double assassinate?
Would you rather have hot beer or cold sauna?
That's a tricky one. Um, I don't like hot beer for sure. I mean, I can tolerate room temperature beer, so I guess I would rather take a cold sauna than the other way around. But there's no really point going to cold sauna, so either way, you're kind of a fucked. If you have cold sauna, you will want to make it hot, and if you have hot beer, you just want to wait it to cool down.
Last time I was in a sauna, I nearly died of heat, but am not finished.
Yeah, it's also about, it's also about getting used to it. But sauna is all about just, basically, maintaining the balance. All right, good night, man. I will be finished very soon as well. Just getting this last mission of today done, and then I will head to bed because unfortunately, man, it's gotta sleep before the work.
船の上に人が誰と話しとるんじゃ。
Okay, there we have this Lopo cruise. The main target. Let's kick this guy out of the fucking boat. Let's see if we can assassinate the bastard. Yes, we can.
こやつは火薬を使うカッパと組んでおったらしい。
So, I think that was a very, very good, satisfying ending for this session. And also level up. But yeah, I honestly think that, sauna is the best single thing Finland ever got. All right, I think it's time to finish this stuff, and there's so many side quests still that need to be finished and all, but this is not something that I want to worry about today. So a new area once again awaits. So I think it's time to run away from here, do the fast travel, and save the game for the next session in a more appropriate, safe place. Let's just get the hell out of here of this place before I can use the quick travel. There we have it. And now, still last two areas, Tamba and Ki. So, going on with the story, progressing once again, land by land, area by area, region by region. And that should be our thing for tonight. So thanks for being part of the stream once again. Most likely going to continue the gaming tomorrow. All right, 92 hours in. It's been a long ride so far, but we need at least a couple of hours more. So we'll see about that later on. Now, good night, people, and catch you later with more game streams coming your way. And don't forget the daily review videos. Once again, more things to come your way tomorrow. Off we go. Bye.